toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Missouri Tigers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Catch in the middle, it's Boston. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Motion from the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Using the quick game. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Going for the marker on the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Bailey. Right on target this time. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
When I see the defensive man coverage, I'm trying to get my fast guy versus their worst corner. Trying to get a great matchup on the outside, take advantage of it to make big plays.
NC State to the line on 3rd and inches. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Got him downfield.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
NC State with the 1st and 10 here.
Get set, get set.
Rides the back on the option to give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Bailey. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
11th play of this opening drive coming up at this one, a 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And the first drive ends with a pick. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Working that left side now. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now on 1st down from the 43. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He makes the catch. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. Here's the handoff. Got room to work. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tigers! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Fielded in the end zone. It's good. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands so quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Now the pitch. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends, they got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Makes the catch around the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Final play of the quarter coming. They'll go to the ground. And the run is for no gain and no more time left on the clock in the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Back to pass, it's Ramsey. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep runs.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fakes the grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Extending the play. The throw. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left, because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
From the gun, looking for a man. Blasted as he lets it go. Into the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Oh, man, what a shot that quarterback took.
You definitely don't want to take many of those shots. I know the result was really good, but you don't want to get rocked and socked, and you definitely don't want your head to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's going for a big play downfield. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
On the run, it's Knox. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up fourth down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find some...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's marked down at the 21-yard line as the defense comes up with a turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Got it in the middle. It's Boston.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Holds it in on the left.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Calls his own number. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up second down.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. He fires to the left side. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Missouri! The defense takes matters into its own hands. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Here he comes with the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Sends it back in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. NC State going up tempo. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Ramsey. Unloads to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the attitude by this team now. You just got a critical takeaway. You're set up in amazing field position down in the red zone. Take a shot. Go right now. Throw it. Don't even wait. There's zero hesitation. Force the defense on the very first play of the drive to have to step up. And the defense did exactly that. If you're on offense here, I don't know. I'd just throw it again.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. From the gun. Looking to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Tigers! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Knox. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Bailey. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the pressure. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
You just need to have more efficiency in the passing game. This guy completed exactly 50% of his throws the last game out. Not good enough. And he's below that number in this game. Still not good enough.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Pressure is all over him, and he can't get it off. Down he goes, and that'll bring us to the end of the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. NC State will kick off to start things here in the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the 2nd half, you take the 1st kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the 2nd half moving forward.
Throws to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. NC State quick to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 30. Open spaces. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Lets it fly. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Lofts one high and deep. Makes a catch at the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Missouri!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Turning it on. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Missouri wants to go fast. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down. You move on to the next game. Start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught behind the line. It's Knox. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down.
Cricket.
Gets the back moving. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason is we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Oh, he's got some space. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Oh, better look out. He's loose. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to pound it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? It's complete to the right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Coming out with it, it's good. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Wide open downfield. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now...
He's going for the big play. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing?
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Find some fresh air. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. From his end zone, looking to throw, got to take care of the ball. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, North Carolina State! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Air Force. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Creates a little space. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Offenses ice football games in the fourth quarter by running the football, and that's what these guys are trying to do right now, right? We're going to lead the clock. We're going to stay on the field. It doesn't matter if the defense knows we're running it. They cannot stop us, and they're looking pretty impressive right now doing it.
He'll heave it deep. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Missouri! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it out. It's good. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to pass, it's Bailey. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it! And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. They almost went end-to-end and housed it. Now a chance to stick it in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. And it's caught! Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Yeah, and good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Ramsey. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Knox. Smashes ahead. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots.
Going for it all. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right.
It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
He'll bring it out. It's good. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the...
Intercepted, number 19. Touchdown, Tigers. defense putting points on the board. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. Throwing right. Complete downfield.
And another Wolfpack.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Bringing the heat. Hit as he throws. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
Finding open areas. Gets it past the marker. Breaks into the open on the left. He's at the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They get to him as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Here's a throw downfield late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long.